since winning the Democratic presidential nomination, accusing the president of assaulting the dignity of Hispanic families. America's listening to Fox News.
It's back and better than ever. Lowe's Just for Pros event, now through September 25th. New this month, you have a chance to get in on innovative products from Metabo HPT and Spyder through virtual product demos and live chats. Join the conversation on lowesforpros.com. Ask questions and see how these products can add power and efficiency to your jobs. The Just for Pros event will also have limited time deals on many of your go-to brands, so check it out in-store or online. Only at Lowe's, the new home for pros. U.S. only.
It's happening. In just days, Publishers Clearinghouse will be ready to award $1,000 a day for life. Enter now at PCH.com, and you and your family could soon be celebrating the win of a lifetime. Don't miss your last chance to win $1,000 a day for life. Go to PCH.com before it's too late. That's PCH.com. Better hurry if you want the next big winner to be you. Enter at PCH.com now. Entries due 10/28. No purchase necessary. Void where prohibited.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Don't look now, but the camellias are budding, and that means it's time for you to hurry on over to Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens and pick out your camellias. Bob's famous heirloom camellias in the smaller number 1 size that will sell for $29.99 later are just $12.99 this week at Bob Wine's. The large number 4 size heirlooms are 2 for $99.99. Other great buys: Confederate jasmine just $6.99, split leaf philodendron just $24.99. Jasmine, $6.99, and also ground and Malaysian orchids now available at $29.99. Listen to this, a terrific BOGO on Arbor Vita. Buy one and get one free. All hanging baskets are buy one, get one at half price. There's a lot to see and huge savings this week at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, just east of Lake Weir Avenue. Daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
September is Suicide Prevention Awareness and National Recovery Month. On Wednesday the 16th, Steve Blank, COO of the Centers, will be Adam's guest. He will give us some valuable insight on this serious issue and will be letting us know about a drive-through recovery resource event to be held at the Centers on September 26th from 10 to 1. One suicide is one too many. So tune in Wednesday the 16th at 10:05 a.m. for mental health news you can use from the Centers and your friends here at WOCA The Source.
When it really counts, depend on The Source for the latest weather updates, keeping you ahead of the storm. 96.3 FM, 1370 AM, The Source.
Today will be mostly cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm in spots this afternoon and a high of 87 to 91. Partly to mostly cloudy and humid this evening, low tonight 74 to 76. Then expect showers by tomorrow afternoon. Partly cloudy and humid otherwise, high Thursday 89 to 91. Friday, look for some sunshine, then turning cloudy and humid with a thunderstorm and a high of 88 to 91. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Holly Holbrook.
Roadrunners details your vehicle. He comes to you. 704-728-7537. 704-728-7537. A job done right. 704-728-7537. There's a staycation right here in town. It's Super 8 Motel Ocala, right down the road on 40 just west of I-75. And they're pet friendly. Have truck parking. Free breakfast.
Yum, yum.
A swimming pool. A kiddie pool. And veterans get 10% off. It's a staycation at Super 8 Ocala. Call today, Super 8 Ocala, at 352-629-8794. Again, 352-629-8794.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families with limited financial assistance, counseling, employment referrals, and a food and clothing bank. You can help in making a huge difference in the veterans' lives we serve by donating food, clothing, household items, or direct financial assistance. All donations are tax deductible. Veterans Helping Veterans USA, 352-433-2320. Thank you for your attention, and God bless America.
The trees are rolling out the door at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. We're talking about 2 super buys on Ocala's favorites. Number 1 size Redbud, regularly $19.99, just $12.99 this week at Bob Wine's. Or a big number 5 size Golden Raintree. These beauties are regularly $59.99, but this week they're just $29.99 at Bob Wine's. And remember, when you buy 1 tree at Bob Wine's super low price, you get a second one just like it for half price. Other buys this week at Bob's Place include fresh herbs, starting at just $1.99. Fall veggies in the jumbo 4-pack, still just $3.99. Fruit trees, blueberry, $5.99. Papaya, $9.99. Fig trees, $29.99. And citrus, just $59.99. All huge savings this week, so come out early for best selection at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens on Southeast 38th Street, Ocala, daily till 4:30 in the same blooming place since 1952.
On the first and third Wednesday mornings each month at 9:05 a.m., Robert Colin with On Top of the World will be our guest as we learn all about the exciting lifestyle and new home choices available at Ocala's premier adult active community, On Top of the World. From time to time, Robert will bring guests, and you're sure to enjoy our little chats. After all, you deserve the world, and we bring it to you.
People ask me why I've worked at Palm Garden for so long, and I tell them it's the people. I love to hear the life stories, especially those from the greatest generation. Celebrating life stories is what sets Palm Garden apart, finding out what's important to them. And I love being a resource. Like Macy's Santa, if I can't help, I'll send them to Gimbel's. After all, Palm Garden is located on 34th Street. I'm Jan from Palm Garden. Call me and let's chat. 854-6262.
WOCA.
Welcome back to the show. You're listening to Ocala Live, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM. I'm your host, Adam Mickulin, as I have been told by some. I say welcome back, as I took a little hiatus there just for a few days. A little R&R, a little trip, visit some family, as Tom took over there for me. A little tip of the hat to him for filling in, taking the reins, as we wrapped up with Galen there, as we were mentioning with him, as they had some good conversation doing the September 11th shows, talking a little bit about everything there, and then the last couple days, and talking with Galen today, as we did, Life South Community Blood Centers, as Life South is asking Florida, us, our community, to get out there, give the gift of life, and donate blood for those who are going to be impacted by Hurricane Sally, as it had made landfall this morning, bringing torrential rains, and it's going to continue to make that hard right turn and make its way through Alabama and Georgia, like he said, pretty much their Life South Community Blood Centers country. But with that in mind, is to get out there, give the gift of life, donate blood. As we mentioned, that they'll be at the Walmart, State Route 40 today, on your way to Daytona Beach, so to speak, as we say, get out there, give the the gift of life and donate blood. That segment is brought to you by Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center. We'd like to thank Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, located at 2700 Southwest 34th Street in Ocala, where they offer the skilled nursing, physical, occupational, and speech therapy. Any questions on how they've been handling COVID-19 and with the changes in everything that's been coming along with long-term care facilities and being able to visit long-term care facilities and all that good stuff and what they're doing in regards to that, give them a call. They encourage it. 352-854-6262. That's 854-6262. And of course, Penn Flooring, family-owned and operated Penn Flooring, serving Marion County for well over 30 years. Every bit of their success is to the unrivaled customer service. They're a full-service flooring company dedicated to finding the best solution to your flooring needs, having experience in both commercial and residential fields with where you can find them. 1201 Southwest 17th Street in Ocala, 352-351-3420. That's 352-351-3420. Open Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., as well as Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. So for Penn Flooring and Palm Garden Health and Rehabilitation Center, a lot of tip of the hat there, too. A special thanks to them, as they've been a longtime sponsor with that segment, a longtime sponsor with the show. And I can't thank them enough. As we were talking a little bit more and more about, obviously, the weather that's been moved through the Florida Panhandle, as we were talking about Hurricane Sally, as she doesn't sound threatening, but she's been a little bit here more so with how she slowed down to moving at 2 miles an hour before making landfall this morning, dumping just so much rain in the Pensacola area right now, as we mentioned, and hopefully that can move out of there within with today, and all that water can recede as we're moving through. With a lot going on in the world of, well, the world period, but what I was going to say is in the world of travel, when it comes down to the ideas of what's next in, like I said, this return to some normalcy, as we expect that maybe the coronavirus vaccine can give us a little bit more of that. When it comes down to some of the theme parks and even the air travel, as you mentioned, as it is mandatory for the wearing of masks, as it's brought up that theme parks could go, so to speak, mask-free, they say next year, only a few months away, as they could go next year mask-free if, and this is a big if COVID-19, rapid COVID-19 testing is in place, as an ex-Disney staffer says. It says, according to Eddie Soto, the only people wearing masks at theme parks should be the actors playing anthropomorphic rodents or ducks, dogs, and other assorted characters. Yes, he knows there is a pandemic raging. No, he's not some anti-mask crusader. It says Soto spent 13 years as a Walt Disney Imagineer, as the term company uses to describe its army of designers, writers, engineers, and other creative and technical professionals who create its theme park experiences. It says during that time, he had a hand in developing some landmark attractions, including the Indiana Jones Adventure and Disney in California's industry's first trackless indoor dark ride, and Pooh's Honey Hunt in Tokyo Disneyland. He said now, president of his own design studio, believes that social distancing, face covering, sanitizer stations, deep cleaning, and shared surfaces, and the other remedies the parks and attractions have introduced to deal with COVID-19, he seems to think aren't cutting it, saying, quote, "You can't treat people like they're in a hospital," Soto says, referring to an attempt to keep people safe apart at what inherently social spaces and the practicing of the disconnect for visitors from the theme park of magic. It says it's a death spiral for the industry. Although we have seen the uptick in attendance, it says, and indeed, attendance at parks have reopened amid the coronavirus pandemic, has generally been disappointing. As we know, through the Labor Day weekend, it did increase with the capacity that was expected, or the limited capacity that they had was met, so to speak, is Florida's Walt Disney World, which is already operating its 4 theme parks with reduced hours, moved to an even shorter daily schedule this month. And some parks, such as Kennywood in Pennsylvania and its corporate cousin Storyland in New Hampshire, called it a season, called it quits on Labor Day. The Soto's radical solution is only allow visitors through the turnstiles who have been cleared for infection. As an idea to try to change or adapt to things here. It says, then let them scream their hearts aboard the roller coasters and party like it's pre-demic 2019, no masks, no distancing. To help these or make these COVID-19 era oasis possible at parks, cruise ships, stadiums even, and elsewhere, as he's mentioning that the plan should be to incorporate rapid testing result as a part of a screening process. He envisions a minimally invasive procedure such as providing a saliva sample or blowing into a breathalyzer-like device, coupled with on-site equipment that could accurately diagnose coronavirus infection within a few minutes, and he wants to make it a fun experience. So the technology isn't quite there yet, but it's advancing rapidly and should be ready for primetime use soon, they say. Soto says that his goal to be able to apply these strategies next season and hopefully possibly by the spring. And it says, is the concept viable? Perhaps. Saying, quote, I am a believer in rapid tests and their ability to help open communities up way more, says Dr. Morgan Katz, the assistant professor of medicine at Johns Hopkins University of the infectious disease expert. As he says, she is also a strong advocate for wearing masks and preventative practices, saying, do I think you can do one or the other? Katz continues, at this point, no, it needs to be a combination of efforts. Still, she agrees that these are the merits in the idea of what would be next to see even more normalcy, so to speak, returned. It says still she agrees that the merits of the idea establishing a protective bubble and points to the success of the NBA as it had with its social cocoon, as the NBA had its ESPN sports complex there at Disney World, and notes that coronavirus tests have been evolving at an impressive rate, pointing to the recent rapid antigen card test developed by Abbott Labs, which was given emergency approval to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration, the FDA, as a promising example. Given time, it may be possible for rapid tests to deliver more accurate findings and reduce inaccurate results. Maybe by next spring, Katz says the Soto mask-free proposition just might work, adding, I don't think that it's completely off the table. So is that the answer? Maybe just rapid testing, maybe not even a vaccine, just something that we can scan real quick. You know, like at the beginning of I Am Legend, when everybody's evacuating New York City. I tell you what, it's crazy. But hey, all ideas at this point are good ideas, and then you can narrow it down to what can actually be brought to fruition, right? I don't know. But there's an idea there. If we can get ourselves back to, like we said, enjoying our theme parks again and the magic of the park, getting ourselves to more capacity at the sporting events, to give ourselves more of an opportunity to do other things amongst everything else we do. Oh, and hey, amongst all the recreation, maybe that's a great idea even for the workplace. Get everything open back up. More coming your way. AM Ocala Live. We'll be back right after this.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Veterans Helping Veterans USA. Call 352-433-2320. We help veterans and their families who would